today we're going to be taking the lower control arm out, and we're going to be putting new bushings in. So you can do this two ways. You can do it the hard way and the cheap way, which is you just buy the new bushings and install them yourself. For that, you're going to need to take the tire off, take the control arm out, get a press, push the old ones out, push the new ones in. Or you can do it the cheap way, which is a little bit more, the easy way, which is a little bit more expensive, and buy a whole new lower control arm with all the bushings already installed. We went the cheap way. So if you're doing it at a garage, maybe try to just get the whole control arm. If you're doing it yourself and you have the tools, buy the parts, saves you money. So we're gonna pull out the tire.
Just the bushing saved me. It was almost $100 because of shipping on the controllers.
So I was just informed that just buying the bushings compared to buying the control arms, because we live in Canada and have to ship it up, saved them about $100. Now, if you were paying somebody to do this, the shop rate is probably going to be about $115 an hour up here. So it'd be about the same cost. So
you might as well just get the new control arms if you're doing it at a shop.
Yeah. You got the tools, and you don't care about your time, and you want to save the money, buy just the parts.
Oh, fuck. I just put that on. Oh. Huh. That's weird.
Let's get the axe.
I like this rim.
Should I use the sharp side or the dull side?
The sharp side, that's what I've heard. There you go. The bushing's all blown apart.
Yes, that bushing is completely blown apart, so that's one of the ones that we have to push out. And this one here actually does not look that bad, Stephen.
Yeah, it's just if we can do it, we can. Right?
Yeah. So to do this, you would think that you have to take off all the suspension parts. False. You were wrong.
False.
False. Toyotas are amazing engineered creatures. There's 3 17mm bolts that hold on the ball joints. You undo those, and then that's back there's a 19mm, and these two right here are 19mm as well. You will need extensions, and you will need a breaker bar. So let's try to pull this thing out and see how well she goes back together. So I did a time lapse, and I set it so that 1 minute is worth an hour, thinking it would take me a long time trying to fight it to get out. It took me 3 minutes to get this thing out. These Toyotas are so awesomely engineered. The bushing, as soon as I took the bushing out, it fell out.
Yeah,
you see it on the ground?
It was pretty bad. It wasn't very good.
There's the bushing. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of emery cloth, we're going to clean this up inside here, get all the little bit of rust out of there. That is our new bushing. We're going to install it, and then we're going to try to push this one out. But I don't think this one's really needed. That one there is not a bad bushing. It's got no play in it.
I don't know.
That's the one I always see go in Toyotas because of the massive torque these motors produce.
Or hitting potholes.
Or hitting potholes. Alright, so we're going to get that cleaned up, get this bushing ready to be installed, and go from there. control arms painted and ready to install. This is the retaining clip I'm talking about. It goes on the side without the side of the bushing. Now, what you're going to want to do is put the back bolt in first and try to angle this. So what we're going to do is we're going to put the back bolt in, and when it's in there, we're going to take an adjustable and twist this until we get it to where it wants. So, just like before, 19 mil up, and the nut's got a little tab on it. Sometimes the tab breaks, sometimes it spins. You just got a little finicky. Got to get it threaded in there nicely. So that's what we're going to do first. Control arms are labeled right and left. So the labels go up. So the L faces up. Do not put the right side on the left side.
Yeah, some idiot did that once. I don't know.
Yeah, me. Okay, they're all in there. Let's tighten them up. I do have a torque stick on here, so it is set to a certain torque. And now lastly, we're going to tighten up the back one.
Did you bring that wrench over?
Nope.
You just did it?
Yep.
Nice.
Now last things last, you pull down the control arm. Oh, turn lined right up. Then you line it up with the ball joint.
Sometimes Toyotas love being fixed enough that they'll just do it by themselves.
We are firm believers that Toyotas, Camrys, and Corollas are the best vehicles ever made.
They're just so good.
They are so good. So put this in perspective. 1994, 1995, best-selling vehicle in North America was the Ford Taurus. How many 94, 95 Ford Tauruses do you see on the road? Probably a little bit. How many 94, 95 Toyota Camrys do you see on the road? A lot more. Can I have the impact gun with the 17 mil, Steven?
No.
No? No!
Someone's got to tell you no.
We're going to throw the tire back on this now, and that's pretty much every step we've had to do to replace all the bushings in the lower ball joint.
There's ice in it.
Maybe that's why the tire shakes, Steven. Is there really ice in there? You want to break the front bead off and take the ice out? Yeah, let's break the front bead out. Take the ice out.
It's balanced though.
It's not balanced. Yeah, we'll do it. It'll take us 5 minutes. So, after you're done all this, make sure you bring your car to a shop so it can have an alignment done. This is great. You still have to pay people to get a proper alignment done. We've really dug into a lot of the suspension, and it should be done. It's going to drive, but it may not drive straight. Make sure you guys get it checked. Thanks for watching. That's how you do all the bushings on the lower control arms, step by step, burn by burn, press by press.